Little parables of life.
The parable of a worldview. A crooked tree grew along the road. One night a thief passed by. He saw a figure in the distance and thought with fear that a policeman was standing on the road, so he ran away scared. One evening a young woman in love passed by. From a distance, she saw a slender figure and decided that her boyfriend was already waiting for him. She was delighted and walked faster. Once, a mother and a child passed a tree. The child, frightened by terrible stories, thought that a ghost was watching from the road and bursting into tears. But, a tree has always been just a tree. The world around us is just a reflection of us.
Don't wait for the world to change. In long-forgotten times, lived a king who ruled a prosperous country. One day, he went to visit one of the farthest corners of his kingdom. When he returned to the palace he began to complain about how much his legs ached because it was the first time he had traveled such a long way and the road was rocky and difficult. It was therefore decided to take action. He commanded his men to cover every road in the entire kingdom with skin. It will definitely take thousands of skins and will cost a huge amount of money. One of his wise servants, however, dared to say to the king,
"Your Majesty, why spend so much money in vain? You had better cut a smaller piece of skin to cover your feet."
The king was surprised at first, but in the end he agreed to make him shoes with which he could cross all the difficult roads of the kingdom. Moral: don't wait for the world to change so that it will be easier, better for you. Look back, invest in yourself. The road in life has not been and never will be easy. But if you equip yourself properly, you will be able to cope with it successfully. Most valuable. One person in childhood was very friendly with an old neighbor. But as time went on, college and hobbies appeared, then work and personal life. Every minute the young man was busy, and he had no time to remember the past, or even to be with loved ones. Once he found out that his neighbor had died, and suddenly remembered. The old man taught him a lot, trying to replace the boy's deceased father. Feeling guilty, he came to the funeral. In the evening, after the burial, the man entered the deserted house of the deceased. Everything was the same as it was many years ago. Here are just a small gold box, in which, according to the old man, the most valuable thing for him was kept, disappeared from the table. Thinking that one of the few relatives had taken her, the man left the house. However, 2 weeks later he received the package. Seeing the name of a neighbor on it, the man shuddered and opened the box. Inside was the same gold box. It contained a gold pocket watch with an engraving, "Thanks for the time you spent with me." And he realized that the most valuable time for the old man was the time spent with his little friend. Since then, the man tried to devote as much time as possible to his wife and son. Life is not measured by the number of breaths. It is measured by the number of moments that make us hold our breath. Time slips away from us every second. And you need to spend it right now.